Hello, my name is Courtney Hewickle. I am the English language teaching consultant for SEED. We're the main distributor and importer of foreign language books here in France. We work with all the major English publishers, but we are proud to be the exclusive distributor for Oxford University Press in France. In this video today, I'm going to do just a quick rundown of the different primary courses from the Oxford list. Obviously, the Oxford list is very long. They've got lots of titles that are sold all over the world. But a few years ago, I chose some titles to replace other very popular titles in France. And so these are ones that we have pricing for in France and that have been chosen specifically to fit the teaching situation in France. So I'll go through each of those titles. We're lucky to have a lot of options. It's not a one size fits all. There's a title for 1 to 2 hours a week. There are two titles for if you want a more ambitious program, or perhaps if you're preparing for the Cambridge exams. So there are quite a few options available for you from Oxford University Press, and we're going to have a look at those now. So the way we are going to check out these courses that I've chosen for the French market and for French schools that sell already very well is through the Oxford English Hub, which is the sort of portal where all of the materials you need as a teacher are found. So we'll go into my courses here. Show all courses. Here we go. I've got lots of them. The first course we're going to look at is Learn With Us, which is very similar to a course that was popular in France and is still used. This is sort of like the new version of it, if you will. The old version was called the Happy series, so Happy House, Happy Street, and Happy Earth. This one is now called Learn With Us. Learn With Us is a great book, and I think fits very well most teaching situations in France. It's got 6 units. It's enough material to cover your year, but to be able to use it and exploit it as fully as possible. A lot of times, the books are very can be quite dense for 1 year, depending on what you want to do with it. If you just need material to teach 1 to 2 hours a week, which is most often the case in France, this is a great book. It takes you through each level has you see the family and the school of one child. So you follow one child throughout each level, so the kids really get to know sort of another world and follow the same child around and his family, his classmates at school, and everything like that. I'm just going to get rid of my video here because it's taking up space. So this is what the level 1 looks like. It goes from CP to CM2. Now, if you were particularly ambitious, you could start to use it in grande section because it's quite c'est doux, as we say. It's got a very moderate progression. We follow Alex along in this level. And it's really just got exactly what you need to cover English for 1 year. Zoom in here, give you an idea. And to be able to really exploit all the wonderful resources that come with it. Like I said, there's 6 units. Tons and tons of video, lots of sample language to use. So if they're doing a project, whatever, you have a video of the students doing or the pupils doing the project, and lots of lexical chunks that you can teach and drill and sort of learn language in context. Just a couple of things about the tools here. When you have this page up, so it's exactly as though you had the book in your hand, but these are icons, so you have direct access to
all about me.
The video. See a few still shots of that. This will be a game or a flashcard presentation. This is the same for all. I won't go do this for all of the books because it'll be the same. But these are the characters in the story or in the book. There's another game, for example. It might be matching with the vocabulary.
It's sunny.
You can hide the words. You can turn the audio on, off, etc. And there you go. So again, these are all icons as well. Zoom out. Something I really like about the Oxford classroom presentation tool is the focus tool. So here, if I click on focus, oh, sorry, we'll go to the workbook page, which you can do by going to switch books here. If you click on focus, you get these predefined squares that pop up, and you click on it, and it automatically focuses on just what you want to see. You want to show answers. You can reveal the answers one by one. So for correction in class, an interactive way to do correction in class, that's quite good. Draw and highlight, hide and show, give that a shape if you want, etc. So again, Learn With Us is a great course. It still goes above and beyond everything asked for in the French program, although it fits the French program the most, I think, out of all the books in France in terms of what how much time you have to do and the progression and things like that. And if you're not necessarily looking to do any sort of exams. This is the online practice for Learn With Us. So this comes with the activity books for the students. I can't see it because of my Zoom bar. There we go. And this is extra activities that accompany the students' workbook for this course anyway, where they can do extra vocabulary, re-see the video, do some listening here. This is
fingers,
listening and matching, and it's graded for you and corrected for you. So when the students have finished the activity, I'm obviously not listening and paying attention here, but just to give you an idea, we see here that I did not do a very good job, but I can erase my answers and I can try again. So they can do that as many times as they like. And the idea is just to give them as much contact time as possible with English, and to go over whatever you've done in the class with them. Okay, so that's Learn With Us. The other course book that is very popular in France, the other two are Beehive and Bright Ideas. These two are definitely more ambitious. So Learn With Us covers pre-A1 to A1 plus. Beehive and Bright Ideas cover pre-A1 to A2, even low B1. So Beehive and Bright Ideas are general English course books, but also prepare for the Cambridge Young Learners exams. So levels 1 and 2 for the starters, 3 and 4 for the movers, 5 and 6 for the flyers, etc. So let's check it out. Beehive first. Beehive also has a phonics course that comes with the first 3 levels. Here, you'll have access to these things as well. If you request Beehive, you will see all of this as well. You've got access to, in your free trial, because I'll give you codes if you see this video and you want to use Beehive, to all the entry tests, the teaching notes, Cambridge exam practice, he is here, the progress tests, etc. And those are just files that you download. You've got the teaching notes for each of the units, obviously, the extra worksheets, the posters, the flashcards, and things like that as well. So it's a teacher's, so in a digital pack, you've got the student's book, activity book, classroom presentation tools, which we saw, and we're going to see again with Beehive, but also all the teachers' resource materials and access to the online practice. So you as a teacher can follow along what the students do. So let's have a look at the course material really quickly. Beehive is new. It is the newer version of a very popular book in France called Family and Friends. So it's going to take the same methodology. Obviously, it's more up to date. It's much more recent, includes more sort of global skills, but has the same sort of language syllabus as Family and Friends had, prepares for the exams like Family and Friends did, but is a very sort of language-based course book compared to Bright Ideas, which we'll look at in a minute, which is a little bit more content-based, it's more theme-based. So here, there's lots of phonics, there's lots of language. It is a bit more of a traditional book, language teaching book, but teachers like that in general because you look at a page, you see exactly what you're supposed to do with it. And that is when you've got lots of classes and you've got lots of things to do, it's sometimes nice just to have something that's easy to learn how to teach. And with the teacher's resources and the teacher's books and things like that, you know, most of these fit the bill. You can really just go in, everything's there for you to exploit the material as much as possible. a video here. So again, once you have your codes, it's all, there's going to be lots of icons on the page, and you just click on it and you'll have access to the audio, the video, the answers, etc. Again, if you click on switch books here, you'll go to the corresponding workbook page, and you'll have the same tools there as well. So Beehive is very popular. It sells very well for just general language instruction, but also for preparing, if you're preparing students for the Cambridge exams. It also has the online practice, of course, which looks the same. It's all the same platform, so the layouts, the formats, interfaces are all the same. And again, it's material that accompanies, in this case, the student's book, the Beehive student's book, to give extra audio, video, digital work to the students. Again, you see, there's reading, listening. Oops, that's the, yeah. So we look at Unit 2, vocabulary, grammar, listening, reading, vocabulary, etc. That's a great course if you have a relatively ambitious or even just normal English program, depending on how you look at it, or if you plan on preparing for the Cambridge Young Learners exams. The other course, which is similar in level, similar in progression, but different in approach, is Bright Ideas. Bright Ideas, again, is a general English, course book, but also prepares for the Young Learners exams in Cambridge. We'll have a look at that. So both in the student's book and the activity book, there are 10 pages. So that makes 20 pages per unit, 20 pages per level of exam preparation. So this is what the book looks like. So again, if you go over here, go to page, you have all of the units. You can choose Unit 4, for example. What people really like about Bright Ideas as well is that, like, people who like Bright Ideas, they like the idea of a theme-based. It's a little bit less straightforward teaching, but it feels more content. There's a little bit more sort of school type, like CLIL subjects in there as well. Pupils love the little game that goes throughout the book where they have to find Norman the iguana. He's often hidden on a page, and that's a part of the intrigue of the book. People love the kids love the characters. I've had great comments about the songs, etc. So if you go to the end of the book, exam preparation and practice, here you see pre-A1 starters. So again, in the level 1 class book, you'll have pre-A1 start level 1 and 2, you'll have pre-A1 starters practice material, and also in the activity book. So here I'm switching over to the activity book. I'm now in the activity book, and I go down and I see more exam practice. Students also really like making the little mini books. There's little projects and things for fast finishers, things for kids to do if they've if you need an extra activity for the end of the hour, etc. So that is also a very popular book. So to recap, learn with us. If you're not particularly planning on doing any sort of exam preparation, but you want a good solid course to provide a nice English program at your school, Beehive and or Bright Ideas if you want a general English program, which also prepares for the Cambridge exams. And if you choose any of these to check out, you'll have access to everything. So the teacher's book, the tests, all the audio, all the video. So you'll be able to try it out with your classes. But so I guess that's it. Let me know if you have any questions.